मेरे एक मौसाजी थे, तो जब मैं ये प्रिपरेशन की स्टार्ट कर रहा था तो मौसाजी का मुझे फ़ोन आया कि बेटा ये कोई मजाक का खेल नहीं है। तो आज जब इस यूपीएससी भवन से निकलूंगा मैं, तो मैं भी एक फ़ोन मौसाजी को कर दूंगा, मौसाजी आज यूपीएससी में मजाक करके आया।
What has changed you more? Failures of the past or this year's success?
Sir, definitely failures, sir. Sometimes success is an illusion, but failures, they are more of a teacher.
Coming to Anthro, why Anthro? I mean, why not something else?
It is very interesting subject. Like if you read it, it is about society only.
So, Pulkit, you're from Bhopal. I mean, have you ever felt some kind of disadvantage compared to the Delhi ecosystem?
It is not mandatory, but I think one must visit Delhi at least once to see the competition and to see the resources.
And the pollution. How lonely is this UPSC preparation?
Sir, it is lonely. We get the FOMO also. I used to say or I like to say कि दूसरों के अफेयर्स चलते हैं और अपने करेंट अफेयर्स चलते हैं। उनकी वैलेंटाइन डेट आती है, हमारी एग्जाम डेट आती है।
And what about family support? How difficult is it to manage relatives?
Sir, in my case, I was very lucky that I have a very supporting family and my relatives are black sheep. कोई ना कोई एक आके पूछ ही लेता था क्यों नहीं हो रहा, कितने साल की पढ़ाई बाकी है. But we have to ignore that also. In sports, there are no losers, only winners and future winners. So this applies to UPSC also.
UPSC. Everyone says it's an exam. It's not. It's a slow psychological test. Hello Pulkit, and firstly congratulations for this amazing success. Rank 242. That's great. So we'll talk about what actually works in this exam, what is just recycled advice, and we'll also get to understand how Pulkit went through this great journey of his. And we also have with us the director of Vishnu IAS, Vishnu sir. So let's see how much of this is hard work and how much of this is not just giving up in life. So Pulkit, first up, tell me honestly, how many times did you feel that this is not my cup of tea? Like, did you ever think of quitting the exam, like serious quitting?
No, sir. Sir, I always knew that one day or later I will clear the exam, and I think that is the biggest mantra of success: never quitting. Like it is not कि लगे रहो, but I think one should be determined. One should not quit, and I also suggest that one should not look at other things in the few initial attempts. I heard this quote from महाभारत कि अपने लक्ष्य के बीच में सबसे बड़ी बाधा कोई और आसान लक्ष्य होता है. So I never thought of quitting, sir.
Oh, that's great. I mean, that's one important takeaway, that let's not get sidetracked in the process. Of course, there'll be multiple exams and multiple options. So basically no plan B for you, as we can say.
Sir, in initial attempts, after some time one needs a plan B, but I think in first 3 attempts, one should be focused on UPSC only.
Great, great. One more question. What has changed you more? Failures of the past or this year's success?
Sir, definitely failures, sir. Because sometimes success is an illusion, but failures, they are more of a teacher. And that's my motto in life, that learn from failures and they are the best teachers, sir.
How lonely is this UPSC preparation?
Sir, it is lonely. We get the FOMO also. Like as I used to say or I like to say कि दूसरों के अफेयर्स चलते हैं और अपने करेंट अफेयर्स चलते हैं. उनकी वैलेंटाइन डेट आती है, हमारी एग्ज़ाम डेट आती है. उनके व्यूज़ बढ़ते हैं, हमारे न्यूज़ बढ़ते हैं. So it's a lonely game also, but one can find few friends and a group. Like I have been blessed in this regard. I have a small group of friends. We used to study together also. So if you get the right people, surely you will clear the exam with them also, sir.
Just to clarify to the audience, Pulkit also is a part-time stand-up comedian. So that's also something that you'll see a lot from our future IPS officer, hopefully. Okay. Did you ever compare yourself with others, and did you ever feel falling behind? This comparison is a big problem in UPSC, right?
Sir, it is inevitable in the exam, because sometimes if we are studying with someone, we tend to compare ourselves with them. But it should not be done, sir, because everyone is unique. And I also say that there are 958 ways of success, because 958 candidates got selected. So comparison should not be done, but it is inevitable, sir. We are all human beings.
Okay, this is something that people would want to know. What is one lie that toppers usually tell in interviews? So that is not true at all.
Sir, most of them are lies and most of them are truth also, because there is no one truth. I'm a Jain, there is अनेकांतवाद कि कोई एक सच तो है ही नहीं.
What exactly changed in this attempt of yours? This was, I believe, a fourth attempt.
Yes, sir.
So what exactly changed that got you this AIR 242?
Sir, I focused more on answer writing and practice. And I linked all the three stages of exam to each other. Like in prelims also, if I'm reading some current affairs, I used to think at that time कि इसको मेंस में कैसे यूज़ करूँगा, कैसे I will make an example out of it, और कैसे उसे GS या ऑप्शनल किसी में भी डाल दूँगा. And in interview also, sir, if I was reading any topic in last year's interview, I was preparing it for mains also कि अगर फिर से देना पड़े. And it helped a lot क्योंकि उसी टाइम के questions ज़्यादा आते हैं मेंस में. And then practice, sir. I used to write answers daily and I joined your course also for anthropology answer writing. So practice, sir.
And one mistake that you made repeatedly in your previous attempts?
Sir, not doing much of answer writing. Like in my earlier attempts, I had that phobia. जो एक होता है ना आइस ब्रेकर नहीं मिलता है कि लिखे ही नहीं आंसर. So that was one such problem, but this year I wrote answers, sir.
The first answer should be my best answer. It should boom basil the world, and that's the problem.
Yes, sir.
So see, an important takeaway, guys, is that answer writing is a must, and there is no right or there is no correct point of starting the answer writing exercise. Okay. One more typical question that people would ask is, how many hours did you actually study on average?
Sir, it varies from time to time. Like when the exam was not anyway near, so it was 7 to 8 hours a day. But when there are like only months left, like after January, when we have to study prelims, then it was around 10 to 12 hours. But when there is only 1 month or 1 week, 13 hours is also fine, sir. But not more than that.
7, 8, 10, 12, 13. I hope you understand where this is going. So effort is required in this exam. That's true. Tell me, since prelims is around the corner, what were your last 30 days like before the prelims?
So tests. In the last month, I used to give around 60 tests because it's all about practice. Only with knowledge you can solve around 40 questions in prelims. So you have to do practice because you need to learn the elimination, the aptitude in GS also. So practice makes an aspirant perfect, sir.
So around 2 tests per day on an average is what we're milking out. That's great. And what exactly was your revision strategy? How many times do you revise to mug it up a source?
Sir, I kept my sources very limited. I used to read the short books, and I used to read the Udan book of PW. It's a good book. And it's a free material, like so anyone can read it. And I kept my sources very short and limited, and I used to add new things to them only. I did not switch my sources in any of the attempt, and I cleared all of the prelims. One time it was struck, but because of the CSAT, I had good marks in GS also. So keeping the sources limited and practicing more questions, that is the mantra of prelims, sir.
What was your CSAT score in 23?
Sir, it was 65, just one question.
Oh, and what was the GS score?
95, sir.
Way above the cutoff actually.
Above the forest cutoff also. So last 3 times I have cleared the forest cutoff also, sir.
Great, great. So I think one important point to understand for all of us is more and more mock tests, especially before prelims. It's very important. Key to clearing prelims is getting the hang of how to solve questions, not just the knowledge of it. Okay, let's come to one more important section, writing speed and of course answer writing. So writing speed is a big issue. Did you also face this problem of not being able to complete the papers?
Sir, like I have completed all the papers in all of the attempts, but when I was practicing answer writing before the paper, it used to take I wrote the answer in around 30 minutes in my earlier stages also. But with gradual progression and with time, like I used to write the answer in 5 minutes also. Like this year I gave the forest service mains also, and there were 72 pages compared to the 48 pages of GS. And I wrote all that also in 3 hours. And there were 24 questions, but I completed that also in 3 hours. So with time it comes, but like one does not have to be very afraid that it is taking too much time, because with time the time will be reduced. Too much time.
So what do you actually attribute this improvement to? Practice, or you have generally a good writing speed?
No, sir, practice. because no one is perfect in this exam, and I was from science background, so we used to write paragraphs rather than points. So the transition was difficult in earlier stages, but after it was made, answer writing, I enjoyed it very much, sir.
Did you have any fixed structure? Like now we see a lot of students having these ready-made intros and conclusions. So did you have some fixed structure, or did you follow a fixed structure for the answers, or was it just instinct?
Sir, it was not instinctive, but there was no fixed structure also. It was somewhere in between. Like there was a pattern in mind, but every answer was different. And sometimes it gives more marks because there is no monotony and the answers are very free and they are very good to read, sir. I used to check copies also in my earlier attempts. So sometimes the monotony does not reward you marks. So I like to keep it free, sir.
Yes, mix it up, right? So some answers in point format, some answer where you have flow charts. It's like how you click those planned photographs. That's the whole point. How many tests did you write before mains? The mains tests, roughly.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm thinking 2025, sir, I guess.
That's a full length tests.
Full length test and some sectionals also. But I joined 2 test series, so I followed them religiously. So around 20-25 tests. But it also included daily answer writing. We used to write 5 answers daily also, apart from tests, sir.
So I think aspirants need to take note of this 20-25 full length tests, sectional tests. When I say full length tests, I mean to say 20 questions per paper.
Yes.
And then separately 5 answers per day. That's like, for every subject, possibly 300-400 answers before you are ready for the main exam. So again, I think Pulkit has said in the past as well, answer writing is key. Knowing the knowledge that you have in the exam is not sufficient if you can't replicate that knowledge on paper. That's very important. Okay. Now coming to one more interesting point which students right from day one are confused about, timetable, right? So how many times did you change your timetable?
Sir, every week, sir. But I believe, sir, more than a strict timetable, it should be flexible, that I will complete these topics in this given time, rather than I'll sit for these 2 hours, I'll sit for these 2 hours also. Like it should more be topic wise, that I'll finish this topic in 2 days, be whatever it may be. If it is finished earlier, I'll take some another topic. So it should be flexible also, because utopian things don't work in UPSC. We write this in Citizen Charter also.
This timetable obsession that we have, what do you think is a realistic timetable? How does it look like for you? Give me an example of your timetable.
Sir, I set a time to wake up. I have to wake up in this time. For mains, I used to wake up at 7 or 8. Depending how at what time I was sleeping, generally around 7. After that, breakfast and all, I used to study by 8 o'clock. And first session included 3 to 4 hours of study, because we are fresh. We are very fresh in the morning. The mind is very light. And after that, a break of 1 or 2 hours, and then 4 hours, then 4 hours. It was not very rigid. Sometimes the break were longer, sometimes they were shorter. I used to complete the topics. It was topic wise rather than time wise, sir.
Great, great. Of course, if you have a very rigid timetable, as he said, difficult to follow always.
Yes, sir.
I think it's more like guilt management than actual timetable.
Definitely, sir. Well said, sir.
Coming to Anthro, why Anthro? Why not something else? Why not, I would say, why not PSIR?
Sir, one of the reason was it overlapped with my background. I am a biotechnologist by graduation. So the physical anthro, it is very overlapping. Apart from it, it is a very short subject, and the questions were used to direct earlier. But now they are they involve current affairs also, but still they are manageable. And it is very interesting subject. If you read it, it is about society only. So anthropology is going around our life only. So we have to just identify it. So it's a beautiful subject, short subject, scoring subject, and what else one needs, sir.
And you are a gold medalist in college, I believe.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. What was your biggest struggle with this optional initially, maybe in the beginning?
Sir, the main struggle is answer writing only, because sometimes we understand the subject and we like the subject also, but we cannot, we are not able to reflect it in our answers. So we need proper structuring, proper guidance, and proper daily answer writing, I think. And sir also helped in that regard.
So one question to you, since he has pointed out this. What is the biggest mistake students make in Anthro? What is your feeling?
They try to mug up the things. They don't make a structure. They don't make short notes. So they generally depend upon topper's copy. They generally depend upon the textbook. They don't make their own notes. The most important is they have to make their own notes by compiling all other notes. For example, if I give the notes or Ember and Ember book or Complete Anthropology, McGraw-Hill's, they have to read all these books and they have to come to a conclusion that I will make one short notes and I am going to prepare that particular short notes. Number one. Number two, if you add current affairs to those topics, for example, tribal alienation is one topic. For that, we can write Polavaram project, which is a national project. So how we are adding it? And the time management in the examination hall.
As Pulkit said earlier about how he was stuck with answer writing. So when a student like him is stuck initially in answer writing, what exactly do you change in them?
So it's not about the change, sir. We have to make them to have a practice. See, lot of students will come and tell me that, sir, I am not good at answer writing. What I should do? Then what I will recommend is, first you write what is democracy. You write what is secularism. What is federalism. Start from very basic. Write one page. What you understand about democracy. So they start writing from the basic. Then they have to take one PYQ. Then they have to write. And mainly it is all about evaluation. How the mentor will evaluate. If mentor is very genuine and if he really give the proper evaluation and tell where you need to improve and the student also improve on the same, then there would be a very good marks and very good result.
So, Pulkit, I mean, at what time did Anthro start making sense for you? Like, now this subject is perfect, I've landed it, and I think this is the way to go. Did you ever feel like I should change my optional, since you love it so much now?
Sir, I used to like Anthro since the beginning. But when I did not got marks in my last attempt, it was around 240 only. So there was a thought, let's switch the optional. But I trusted it, and there is an increment of 30 marks this year. So sometimes it gets difficult, but with proper practice, I think proper practice and guidance, I think it is conquerable, I guess.
Sir, coming back to you, I mean, getting a 300 plus score in Anthro, easy, possible, how?
For example, I will say this UPSC exam is unpredictable examination. Why? Because I myself felt by seeing the answers or copies of Pulkit, he will get somewhere around 290 plus. 100% I am very sure about. But a little bit less marks he got when compared to 300. Means what I want to tell you, this is an unpredictable examination, number one. Number two, but however, when we have a very good practice and when we have a short notes, when we make the points, when we add current affairs, when mainly add thinker's point of view, for every answer there is a need for one thinker. We have to make a blueprint that for every answer I am going to add one anthropologist name. When we have all these measures in our answer, each and every answer, there is a high probability of scoring more than 290 marks.
Was there any moment when your approach completely changed in your optional? A big revamp in your strategy?
Not completely changed, but I added some new things in my optional. Like this year, I used to write current affairs or contemporary relevance in every answer. In all the 19 answers, I made a separate heading, current, like contemporary relevance or contextual relevance. So it included the current affairs of the subject also, because it is not just the paper of anthropology, it is also the paper of UPSC. So I added the administrative point in many of my answers. That's why I got good marks in paper 2, which is more based on administration and current affairs.
And I want to add one more point here. This time, a lot of students got very less marks in paper 2. I know the people who scored more than 290 also, their paper 2 was very, very less. But one thing I can tell about Pulkit is he got a very good marks in paper 2. Means more dynamic, yes, more current affairs oriented, more relevant. That is very rare mark. People will think that paper 2 is easy. No, paper 2 is very tough. People will think that paper 2, which is India specific, is where we can get more marks. That is false. Paper 2 is tough. Paper 2 we need to work more, and the Pulkit got very good marks in paper 2.
Great. Okay. So, Pulkit, you're from Bhopal. I mean, have you ever felt some kind of disadvantage compared to the Delhi ecosystem? You spent some time in Delhi as well?
Yes.
Do you think it is required?
Sir, it is not mandatory, but I think one must visit Delhi at least once to see the competition and to see the resources.
And the pollution.
That also. Sir, because in regional centers, we think that the competition is sitting side by us. but their competition is with us only, the selected candidates, because we might be reappearing in the exam. So I think everyone should visit Delhi once for the competition, but you can do it at home also. Like I have friends who have cleared it from their home also, and now their resources are also available online. So it is not mandatory, sir.
But I think the competition part is something that you need to get in touch with,
Definitely, sir.
because isolation could like give you false sense of hope that I'm doing great.
सर एक कहावत है ना, कुएं के मेंढक बन के रह जाते हैं.
So, I mean, you were a gold medalist. What took you 3 or 4 attempts?
Sir, it's a process. Sometimes this went wrong, sometimes that went wrong. Like I couldn't clear the CSET by one question, and last year I missed by 3 marks the final cutoff. So it's a process, and that's why this time. But we have to learn from the failures, sir, I guess. So it helps us in clearing the next stage.
I think the bell curve works very well here. Yes. Normally, we are in the best situation when I'm in the third attempt, right? All the mistakes have been closed. The gap has been closed. Okay. You have an NCC background as well.
Yes.
So, did that discipline actually translate into your preparation, or they are two isolated events?
Sir, it shaped my preparation somewhere. As I was told this in mock interviews also. Like I am a very disciplined candidate. My posture is very right. So it shaped my life also somewhere, I think. But after some time, I lost the touch with NCC also. So like there were differences, but somewhere it became a part of life also, sir.
And what about family support? How difficult is it to manage relatives?
Sir, in my case, I was very lucky that I have a very supporting family, and my relatives are also very kind. There are black sheeps in every family.
Relatives are kind. Please note this.
It's very rare, but if you know any of my friends, they'll tell you the same because they have been to my family and relatives also. But yes, there are black sheeps. कोई ना कोई एक आके पूछ ही लेता था क्यों नहीं हो रहा, कितने साल की पढ़ाई बाकी है. But we have to ignore that also. Like there is so much negative influence. Like I was away from social media since 2021. So we have to cut the negative influence also. I used to like end my friendships also if they were not supporting me in my preparation. And I used to block my relatives also on WhatsApp. So we have to choose what kind of group we want. So it's very manageable, sir.
So you missed out on all the WhatsApp forwards and good morning messages.
Yes, luckily, sir.
Okay. Okay. So how many kal se pakka start karunga moments did you have in your preparation?
Sir, they were less because I was determined to be an officer, and I used to like the preparation. So even if there is a bad day, I used to do something which helped me in my preparation. Like watching movies is one of my hobby. So I used to watch the right movies. Like 12th fail देख ली motivation के लिए, या कोई documentary which will help me in answer writing. Or on that day I'll read some essays only, or I'll go to this seminar of some teacher. So कल से moment सर मैं आने नहीं देता था. Like I like that things are in my control rather than I am in control of the things. So I used to avoid all the things जो कल से moment बना दे, क्योंकि सर कल किसने देखा है.
Fair, कल किसने देखा है. So what is your biggest distraction? As you said, no social media. So YouTube possibly, overthinking maybe.
हाँ, both of these, sir. Because sometimes we get carried away on YouTube because it is the only source of entertainment for the aspirants who are not on social media. And overthinking our greatest kryptonite, I can say. But sir, like we have to restrict that also. ओवरथिंकिंग आ रही है तो किसी दोस्त के पास चले आओ, वो 4 गालियां देगा, चुपचाप पढ़ने बैठ जाओगे. एंड आई हैव सम फ्रेंड्स जो इस रिगार्ड में भी एक्सपर्ट हैं, सर.
That's what friends are for. That's a great thing. See, one thing that we are observing with Pulkit's journey, as with a lot of successful people, is that it takes a lot of people around you to also, help you attain success in life. So that's there. Also, you're a Clash of Clans fan. So how many hours were wasted in prep playing that game?
Sir, like not wasted because I used to play the game in moderation only. Like if I'm studying for 2 hours, I want a break of 15 minutes. I used to play Clash of Clans. So reward punishment strategy, like 2 घंटे के बाद आधे घंटे तो खेल सकते हैं.
So your days of low were mostly invested into productive things, is what you'd say. Maybe recovering from the trauma of the preparation.
Definitely, sir, because we also need some hobbies. Apart from the interview process, we need a life also, because we are investing the most productive years of our life जैसे मेरा एक दोस्त बोलता था कि सर समय के अलावा जवानी भी गंवा रहे हैं, तो इट्स बेटर टू एंजॉय द प्रोसेस, क्योंकि मंजिल से ज़्यादा सुंदर रास्ता ही है यहाँ पे.
Okay, Pulkit, some controversial questions. Is UPSC more about luck than people want to admit?
Sir, luck plays an important role, sir. I would say very important role, because it's a very unpredictable exam. There is subjectivity in the exam. Like this year, we are seeing that the interview marks are also varying very much. So it is about that day also, that board also. So luck plays a very important role. Like sir, I missed the 23 cutoff by one question in CSET. So sometimes we mark the wrong answer also. So it could have been by luck that I could have marked the wrong answer. So luck plays an important role, sir. But it is more about hard work. Like I think 70-30 ratio, sir.
70 is
Hard work.
okay. So hard work is not overrated, is what you would say.
Never, sir. Like how can it be overrated?
Also, do coaching institutes genuinely help, or they mostly sell hope? What do you feel?
It helps to some extent, but not that much, the hype, because this exam is all about self preparation, sir. And sometimes they prepare a base which is very needed, but not anything more than that, I believe, sir.
See, you had a great college background as well, with NCC and gold medalist, etc. Can an average student realistically clear UPSC?
Sir, I believe I was an average student also in my schooling at least. I did not had 10 CGPA in my 10th. I did not had 90% in my 12th. Though they were near to that only, but it was not like I am not an IITian also, not an MBBS student also. So somewhere average student only. But like I started working hard in my college only. That's why the gold medalist and that's why UPSC. So like it is about the preparation only. We are seeing that people who are very average are clearing with good rank in the earlier attempts also. So I don't think our background matters. Like there is this quote, it does not matter where I'm coming from. It matters where I'm going towards. So it is like that only, sir.
So you pointed out about how you changed your perception in college towards your studies in general. Was that what was that motivation, and how did it happen?
Sir, I had this very great professor, Dr. Ajay Kumar Bharadwaj, sir. Like he used to take the interview for MPPSC assistant professor, and he also delivers lecture in Labasna on some topics. He's a guest lecturer there. So he saw something in me that I couldn't see myself. So he pushed me towards this civil services. And when COVID came, I had that time to think, and I thought I chose the right thing, sir.
So a great role in you being an IPS is the professor.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Thanks to him, sir.
So what do you feel? I mean, an average student clearing the exam. I mean, you have gone through so many batches. So what do you feel, sir?
100%, sir. See, UPSC is all about how we start from today. It is not about history. It's not about, as Pulkit rightly said, it's not about IIT or AIMS or etc. etc. It's all about how we are motivated from today. Any average student, not average student, below average student also, a failed student also, if we start from today motivated, inspired, move on with lot of commitment, consistency, that person will crack this examination. The beauty about UPSC is level playing field.
That's true. Level playing field, exactly.
Sir, I would like to add one quote from our Honorable Prime Minister here. Like he says that in sports, there are no losers, only winners and future winners. So this applies to UPSC also. Like there are only winners and future winners. Even if you somehow not clear this exam, you will definitely be a better person, a better citizen, and you will be successful in some other arena, sir. So no averages, sir, only winners.
So one more thing, when should we stop current affairs preparation? Not time-wise, but what is the extent and limit? Should we go crazy every day, every moment, or what is that deciding factor for you that this is the line I will not cross?
Sir, it depends what stage are we preparing, because interview is mostly about current affairs. They'll ask the static part of current affairs. But in prelims, one can be very limited also. Like I think 70 or 75 questions will be from static only. Only 20 or 15 questions will be from current affairs. So more focus should be on static in prelims. But one should be aware what is happening, because the static part will be linked from current affairs. But in mains, it is becoming more dynamic. Like there was a question on President of France and President of India last year, because both of the nations have the election of president. So it becomes important to know what is going in the surrounding, in the world. But one should not be crazy about it, because for prelims, 75 to 80 questions will be static, and that will help you clear. And no one has to do all the 100 questions. It should not be made an ego issue, sir, especially in CSET also, because people tend to attempt more and more questions. We have to just attempt the question which will help us clear the cutoff. Like, because there are negative also, क्योंकि 150 लाके भी आपको मेंस लिखने मिलने वाला है, और इस बार 92 गया था कट ऑफ, तो 100 लाके भी मेंस ही लिखने वाला है.
No special posting in future also.
Yes sir, मेंस में कीजिए, मेंस में लाइए.
Actually, one very important point he said is, understanding that though prelims is about static questions, but still the link to current affairs is there. So a question is asked in one particular area, and why is that asked? That could point us to maybe a current affairs source. And for the mains exam, what is more important is contemporary events. Don't go overboard, don't go crazy, but yes, be aware about what is happening around us in the last 3, 4, 5 years. So one thing to you also, I mean, how do we stop students from going overboard on current affairs? We see this tendency right now, every day, DNA, CNA, newspaper, going crazy, 6 hours to newspaper, notes on from newspaper, then so many apps to follow news. So how do we stop?
See, one thing, sir, students basically who are beginners, this is a very problem with the first 2 years or 1 year of preparation. They take the Hindu newspaper and they will be writing the notes of Hindu newspaper. Then they won't understand. They write as it is, number one. They make the notes of newspaper. See, make the notes of the newspaper is good, but not complete news item. From that, what are the insights what we have to take? Those they won't take, number one. Number two, we should have a selective preparation of current affairs also. For example, they go to one academy material or this academy material. We have to see the content of that particular academy's material, whether it is really useful for UPSC preparation. That we have to select, and we have to go all the months with respect to all the subjects. So selection of the current affairs material is also more important. There is a need to do audits, sir. So it's not about reading everything. We have to do audit and we have to fix which is useful. That one we have to select and we have to prepare.
One more question on the same point. Did you read the newspaper daily?
Sir, I did not read it in my earlier attempts, but it was also a mistake, sir. Because since 2024, I was reading the newspaper daily, and it helped me a lot. I have good marks in GS also last year, this year also. So I think it is due to newspaper only. One should be selective what they are reading, but it builds an perspective, and that too a multi-perspective or dynamic perspective, because the news is linked to other newses also, and it is reflected in answer writing also, sir. The answers are more multidimensional and dynamic, so it helps a lot in all the 3 stages, sir.
Actually, I'd like to point out Pulkit's score in GS2 was pretty decent, 117. For a non-PSIR student, it's an amazing score actually, because GS2 is mostly a paper where PSIR students score heavily. But great marks here, that's amazing.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, let's have some rapid fire. Yes or no, just choose. Which is tougher, prelims or mains?
Mains.
Notes or PYQs?
Both.
Coaching or self-study?
Self-study.
Motivation or discipline?
Both.
Optional or interview? Which is the rank decider?
Sir, this year it was interview also, because some got 225 also, but generally optional, sir.
Okay. What is there on your YouTube feed? Stand-up videos or topper videos?
50-50.
So, stand-up or UPSC?
UPSC, sir.
UPSC.
Sir, I would like to point out here, there was one teacher who used to tell me कि जैन साहब इतने सुंदर हो, मॉडल बन जाओ. And I used to tell him that model बन के क्यों रह जाऊं जब role model बन सकता हूं.
Great. Amazing. One subject you hated the most?
Sir, I don't think there is any subject I hated the most.
Like the least?
Sir, some topics of GS3, particularly, I guess, some answers of economy, they are not my cup of tea. But in general, I liked every subject, sir.
One myth about UPSC?
मुश्किल तो है, but सही से करें तो नहीं है.
Okay. The Hindu or Indian Express? Your choice of newspaper.
Sir, for interview, Indian Express, other stages Hindu only.
One thing you would never do again in preparation?
Procrastination, अगर कहीं किया हो तो sir.
Okay. And 3 people who you would like to attribute your success to?
Sir, I would like to attribute it to 3 groups. One is obviously the parents, then my close friends, and then my teachers, sir. Like order can be different, like teachers before friends, but these two groups, yes.
So okay, so before we end on this note, if someone is watching this podcast in a country of podcasts today at 2 a.m. maybe, very anxious, doubting himself, what would you tell them?
There is this very beautiful quote: till death, every defeat is just psychological. So one should not be afraid of trying. Like failures are the part of the process. आप पढ़िए, आप एग्ज़ाम दीजिए, फेल होइए, फिर लर्न कीजिए, and then definitely success will come to you. और आप भी इस podcast पे आएंगे मेरी तरह.
That's amazing, amazing, Pulkit. So before we end our podcast, one last question, Pulkit. So in your last interview, you did mention about your experience with stand-up. So please tell us more.
So, sir, I was asked to perform a stand-up by our honorable board member, and I wrote some jokes for that only because I knew that he'll ask me to perform. So the first joke was like, I have a joke on UPSC, but I cannot crack it in one attempt. And there was this another joke कि सर मेरे एक मौसाजी थे, तो जब मैं ये प्रिपरेशन की स्टार्ट कर रहा था तो मौसाजी का मुझे फ़ोन आया कि बेटा ये कोई मजाक का खेल नहीं है. तो आज जब इस यूपीएससी भवन से निकलूँगा मैं, तो मैं भी एक फ़ोन मौसाजी को कर दूँगा, मौसाजी आज यूपीएससी में मजाक करके आया हूँ. बट सर इस जोक से प्रॉब्लम ये हो गई है, एज इट इज़ अ जोक, सो इट इज़ नॉट बेस्ड ऑन ट्रू इवेंट्स. बट मेरे 3 मौसाजी हैं, वो आपस में लड़ रहे हैं कि किसने बोला था.
That's true. That's relatives, and that's how it is in life. Great, Pulkit. So, yeah, no magic formula, sadly, guys. It's just doing the same boring things over and over again for number of years.
Sir, the magic lies in making the boring interesting. Like enjoying the process, the journey, and it is very beautiful. Like it makes you a better person. It builds a perspective which is required to be a better citizen. So that's the magic, sir.
That's very beautifully said, Pulkit. Like, especially in a country like ours, the responsibility that comes with this success is huge. And sadly, the system in the past has not had great officers. But now we need people who are more capable, more aware, more grounded, and of course, more fair. Let's hope Pulkit is one of them. So thank you, Pulkit, and congrats once again. Wishing you the strength to stay the same, motivated and determined for success. That's amazing. And to everyone watching, if you are consistent, results will come your way. Just stay in the game. Jai Hind.